Hello, my name is Vinh. Today I would like to talk about strategic information management. Before we dive into the strategic information management, let's take a look at the table of the contents. We have what is strategy, what is trend management, what is project management. In that, there are the importance of communication in projects, project management processes, and finally, is it acknowledgement areas and example of them. We have three acknowledgement area. I will talk about. It is interaction management, scope management, and time management. Now, next, one of the biggest failures of the project in the failure to communicate within that project. There are also other causes of the project's failure. So, how to complete the project effectively? So we have to have a good strategy. Okay, next. What is strategy? And strategy is the way to create, capture, and sustain a competitive advantage over other competitor in the market. Speaking of the competitive advantage, it is entail outperforming competitor in the market, positioning the company in the leading position. Therefore, to have the foundation of the sustainable competitive advantage, one must build the resources and the capability to stand. So the innovation, the sources of the competitive advantage emphasize the importance of the staying ahead in the dynamic landscape. So we tell them is it a trend. So change management. Change management is the structure of growth that guarantees seamless and impactful implementation of shifts while ensuring the longevity of the change benefit. Change management orchestrates modification affecting every facet of an IT service. The process embodies attributes like document, assessment, authorization, and systematic monitoring. This process hinges on repeatable method and practice to effectively manage an array of change encompassing hardware, software, and infrastructure. So how do we need to change? Okay, how do we need to change? We have some stages of change from denial, resistance, exploration to commitment. And before we embarking on successful change management, a conversion of pressures of stress, short-term vision, the ability to adapt, and an actionable first step are requires us. So what's project management? It is the change that are how a project is managed. But so the next question, what is project management? There will be two parts that combine what is project and what is management. To combine project management. Project is a temporary endeavor undertaken to create a unique product or service And management is not only administration but also a transfer of knowledge into benefits. So that's why we have project management. This is the lab application of knowledge, skills, tools and techniques to project activities to meet the project requirements. So projects. Communication in the project is really important. This is every team member to common sets of strategies, goals, and action as a crucial success factor of project management is it affects on stakeholder and clear goal understanding. Okay, and this is so important. Determine a project communication plan that fits stakeholder need. And next, we have acknowledgement area. First, we have the project management process. We have inputs, document, plans, design. We have tool and techniques. We have outputs. This is document, plans, design, and so on. So input, tool, techniques, and outputs depend on the phase in which they are carried out. So we have a table. We have an extensive description of the acknowledgement area. So respectively, project management process rules. We have group lines, initiating, planning, executing, monitoring, and control, and closing the project. And we have 10 acknowledgement areas, like something like that. You can see on the screen. And I will cover the interaction management, scope management, and time management. So the first project interaction management and what it is. Process, as you can see in the screen, process interaction management is a knowledge area that helps the team work together more seamlessly. And interaction management bring together various process, system, and methodology to form a cohesive strategy. As you can see on the screen, it is shortly. And we have 6 steps. As you can see, 1, 2, 3. Develop project tracker, develop project management plan, direct, and so on. So we have a general diagram. As understand is as follow. Each step of the interaction management include input, tool, techniques, and outputs. It is possible that the input of this step will be the output of one of the following steps. So the result we will have is the success of applying the above processes to project management, such as this is in both project statement of the work, and the second is the business case. Is the input of the step 1, and the step 1 have output is project scatter, and the project scatter is the input of the step 2 developed project management plan, and so on. We have many output, input, output, input, and in each the step we have a different tool techniques. So we go to the business case. As you can see, company ABCD developing a mobile application for a large customer, and the project requires the customer management system, payment system, and warehouse system. So we apply the interaction management, and then you can see on the screen that we have detailed project planning. We identify all the elements to be interactive, and they establish a regular interaction testing schedule to ensure that all systems involved work well together. Okay, we change and we interact between elements and carefully to control, avoid conflict and error if possible appears. Okay, and the result is success. So we complete the project on time. The customer was satisfied with the project. Good interaction with existing system. Okay, so next, the project scope management and what it is. The project scope management is required to ensure that the projects include the work required. So we have we have some work written in the project, such as objective, tasks, outputs, deadlines, and purchase. So as you can see on the screen, we have some work on the scope, and also we have 6 steps of scope management, 1 to 6 you can see, and we have a diagram. In each step we have a different tool and technique, and we have input output of the step. This is input, it is input. So we have many output. So if possible, this output is input for the next step. The output is the input for the next step, and we have many outputs of the scope management. So we have a business case. ABC company is developing financial application for a client in the financial industry. So the project has a wide scope, including many feature transaction, financial reporting, interaction with the banking system. Okay, and we defining the project scope with the create the work breakdown structure to break down the project into the smaller work package. So any change in the scope must be carefully checked and approved to avoid increased costs and delay. Okay, so we have a result is successful, and we complete the project according to scope, on time and on budget. The financial application has on the feature requested by a customer works efficiently. So you see the sample for the scope is management and the next we dive into the project net time management. And what it is, project time management is a subset of the project management that includes processes required to ensure timely completion the project. And next we have 7 steps of the time management, as you can see on the screen. Plan, schedule management, define activity, 7 activity, estimate activity resources, estimate activity duration, develops and control schedule. So we also have a diagram for the time management. Project management plan, project tracker is the input for plan schedule management, And plan schedule management, the one step is we have our schedule management plan. So schedule management plan is either input for the next step define activity. So output define activity, we have activity list, we have activity attribute, and we have milestone list. So this is an input for the next step. As you can see on the screen, it is the diagram. And in each step, we have a different tool or techniques. Okay, example business case. We have ABC company is developing a mobile application for client in the medical field. So the project requires completion in a short period of time to ensure interaction with the critical medical event. So they using the time management is very successfully defining a detailed schedule for the project. They define the work to be done and defining the deadline for completion. So they use the tool like the Gantt chart to check project and take immediate action if there are any delay. So we have a result successfully and complete the application on time, even before the deadline. So the app is deployed smoothly and integrates seamlessly with the medical milestone. And summary. In summary, part of the knowledgement area are interaction management, scope management, and time management. So it's very important in the project management, and each pillar contribute to the holistic success of the project and endeavor. So thank you for joining me this journey, and here to effective and strategic information management in our endeavor. Thank you. See you again.